So I didn't do a step-by-step video on this, but since I got the exposed core strings finally in the mail, I figured I would do a close-up shot of what I ended up doing to this Lucite bass. So, if I turn it over, all these circles I used a Forstner bit, and that Lucite was tough. Each one of those, depending on the size of the hole, took about 5 to 10 minutes to drill. So I drilled that out, and it ended up taking about 5 pounds off of this bass. So it was 15 when I got it, and it's down to about 10 now. So you can see on the front, it left kind of a frosted texture on each of those holes, which helps spread out the light in it a little more. You can see the glow-in-the-dark strips that I put on each of the fret markers, which I'll turn off the lights. I guess you can't see it that well in the video, but looks pretty good in person. But if we turn it on, you have the battery pack here. I use some foam and some Velcro on the side. You can take it off if you need to, or you can just keep it on. So turn that on, and there's a few different modes that you can put it on. So you can have it flash through each of the lights like that, and you can adjust the speed on them as well. I think it has 7 different speeds on it. You can go super fast like that, or to really slow, and everything in between. Or you can just do one single color: red, blue, green, purple. Through, I think it has like 15 colors, something like that. Then there's different settings on the flashing through the different lights. Let's go to the mode. Ooh, it's pretty fast. There's one of them. Then you can have them flash on each of the individual colors as well. And you can adjust the speed on each of those. You have it nice and slow, or to doing the strobe like that. You can go through each of the colors, and then we're back to the fade out. So like I said, we have the exposed core on each of the strings, except for the G string. Didn't change the width at all. Those 2 saddles right here, I had to dig out a little bit more to help with the action on it. It's not the best bass, but it was a lot of fun to mess around for, like a live performance, or just getting a little more attention aesthetically. Up at the top, the tuning pegs were fine. The nut, I didn't do anything to that. So it was just a couple of saddles down there, and then of course digging out all the holes in the Lucite. If we look on the back again, you can see the LED strip on it. I'll turn that back on just for a second. So it was 6 feet long. I thought I was going to be able to go around all of it and then back around, but it got through all the way back around about halfway. But I think it's enough light altogether with it. There's a possibility of attaching another LED strip, but I'm not going to worry about that as of now. So after I dug out all those holes, then I took some Lucite around the edge of it. Came out nice and smooth, that way it doesn't catch on my clothes or anything. Alright, well let's check out some of the sound on this. I got my bass running through my Mark bass, little Mark Tube 800, and we will have both of the volume knobs up. It's your typical J bass setup, where you have 2 volume knobs, one for each of the pickups, and then a tone knob. So here it is with all of the knobs up. Here it is with just the back pickup. Here it is just the front pickup. And let's turn down the tone knob now. So here's both the pickups, tone knob down. Just the back pickup, tone knob down. Just the front pickup, tone knob down. So you can't tell much of a difference between the tone when the tone knob's all the way down and the pickups are differing. But with that tone knob up, you can't tell. Pretty good difference. So the B string isn't the fattest B string I've ever had, but it does have some growl to it, and it's got some decent low end. So that's with all the knobs up. I probably wouldn't use this in the studio altogether. It's not the best sounding bass, but it's definitely good enough for live. And you have the nice lights in there, make for a good performance. Also, with the tone down, and say just like the front pickup, got a decent retro tone to it. So that's the tone knob down and just the front pickup. Kind of get like that old school retro P bass sound with it. All around, it's a decent bass, and it was a lot of fun putting those lights in.